All right, we are live on Wide Open Wednesday, and I want to welcome everybody in who's in. Those who aren't, sorry about your luck.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll find a way to get in here sooner or later. Oh, there's my mouse, or that ain't my mouse. I don't see my mouse anymore. What happened? There it is. Got comment. Dodge Smith, what's up, Nick?
All right.
So Dodge will be coming on later, but right now we got to go to this guy first. Hi, Tracy.
Always first.
Always first.
Hey, Trace.
He's always first. Tracy, nice to have you in the room. Dodge is in the room, but this guy, Earl Kraus. Earl, what's going on?
Hey, good evening, Nick. Good evening, Fred. Wide Open Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're wide open, of course.
I'm
Great seeing
working
you,
on it.
gentlemen.
I'm working on wide open.
He's working on getting wide open. Neil,
Okay.
I know you can hear us, so just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, Neil.
He hears us.
We have Neil Williams waiting in the wings.
Excellent.
Of course. And we'll get to talk to Neil as soon as we get done talking to Earl. Earl, no racing last week. What happened?
No, we were off last week. The super modified show that was scheduled originally at Wall for this year, the 350 cubic inch wing super modifieds from the SMAC group in New England. At the beginning of the season, they were scheduled for last Saturday night to come down to race at Wall. However, very good move, we thought, by the promoter, the organizer of the organization. Got in touch with Emily Kraus, who's the general manager of Wall Stadium, and said that they couldn't justify having the show because they had a shortage of cars. It'd been a long season for them. Some big end of the season races had used up equipment as far as motors and some accidents. And they were looking at possibly only bringing 10 of the cars down to Wall Stadium instead of a full field. And it's a 6-hour trip for most of those teams out of New Hampshire. And they even thought if someone else had a problem, possibly with a hauler or a family issue, they may show up with 8 cars. And it was they felt that they really couldn't justify putting on a show at Wall for that few cars. And regretfully, they advised Emily Kraus that, it would be in the best interest of all to cancel, which they did. And unfortunately, the ATQ-MRA TQ midgets were going to be part of the show as well. They're a regular division at Wall on Saturday nights. But unfortunately, their part of the show was canceled as well because the super modifieds canceled. So that did it for Wall for the regular season. We come back, of course, Turkey Derby weekend, the annual Turkey Derby, which began in 1974. It's become a Thanksgiving weekend tradition. So Friday and Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend, it'll be the Turkey Derby. And as Wide Open Wednesday and Under the Hood and Thursday morning activities on WBCB continue throughout October, November. I'll have more information on the Turkey Derby as to what divisions are running which days. But as always, that's a race to be at, and we always look forward to it.
And I'll be there.
Very good, good. So we'll have more on that as we go along. But the regular Wall season has concluded. So now we have the few weeks to catch up before we go racing again.
Well, now you can come here.
Yeah,
Yes,
now you can come here and do your Earl's time capsule. All right, Earl, we're going to do what we usually do with you. We're going to put you in the green room. It looks like Neil Williams is already in the green room eating.
Excellent.
It looks like he's eating something. So we're going to bring Neil in here real quick, and then I see Jen's getting Dwayne all set up too. So
it's going to be good.
We're going to put Earl into the green room, and we're going to bring this guy in here who just come off a big win at Bridgeport Speedway, Neil Williams. Welcome, Neil.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Great to have you here, buddy. Good to have you here. I know how much winning at Bridgeport and winning the Danny Serrano race meant to you. You and I had talked for a little bit before I persuaded you. I didn't have to persuade you too much to come on here. Neil, you've always been good to me with interviews and doing stuff for the kids and stuff, but that win was really special for you.
Yeah, it was a good win, man. Danny was a good friend to me in racing and Al. So ever since he passed and they changed that race into his weekend, I always did really well there, just never quite had a good enough car. And this weekend, it just kind of started off like I was really behind the eight ball. And Saturday after the heat race, I was like, man, we got a really good shot at doing this. And it all worked out just perfect, really. So it meant a lot to get that win. Even back to when he did the Friends of Mike stuff, I just always wanted to win a race that he was a part of. His coin thing was always pouring a beer on the guy that won the Friends of Mike race. So
Right.
I was like, I just always wanted to be in that position. So I was really happy to get that W, especially for his race.
Now, when you and I talk, you said something special to me that I think is pretty cool. And I kind of want you to say, tell the story to the fans that are out there listening about what you carry in your truck with you when you drive around and what you were saying during the race and what you think happened in order for you to win that race Saturday night.
So, like I said, Danny was close. We talked fairly often. He was a really pivotal part of my racing. Without him, I never would have got the my first modified ride. I mean, he was in heavily involved in that, and I really hadn't known him up until that point. Going back to 2012 and even a little bit before that, we were tight. And so when he passed, I carry his funeral card with me all the time. There's only a couple of family members and him, but every Saturday it's always in my truck. I always give it a fist bump, and I say, "Come on, pimp, let's go." And this Saturday was no different. And so when we're out there racing, I don't know. I had this very calm attitude and just kind of thought process through the race. Like I knew I had a really good car. I don't get to race very many long distance races. So when you're out there, it's always a mental game. And I knew that I was in a good spot because I really wasn't thinking about the race. I was just more focused on being relaxed and not messing up. And it gets to be like I don't know, we're inside of just about 10 laps to go, and caution comes out. And we had a bunch of cautions. And I was like, dang, I was like, Danny, yo, dude, I'm going to run out of gas. Like, I really need some help with this, dude. Like, this race is taking forever, man. Like, I need some help here, dude. Like, cause I could feel the car starting to get a little bit like there's a feeling that the car gets when you have a lot of fuel, and then there's a feeling it gets when it doesn't have a lot of fuel. And I could just tell it was starting to get this little shake coming out of the corners. I was like, man, I got to be low on fuel. So anyway, we get going a couple more laps, and then boom, 4 laps to go. There's another caution, and I was like, dude, nobody's winning this race other than me. But man, I really need some help here. And don't you know, I go across the line, I go over to scales, I come back, I pull into tech, I fire the thing up after we're all good in tech, and I just get driving back, it runs out of gas. Like, I mean, one more lap, that thing was done. I don't think it even had a half inch on the stick. I mean, it was just about dry. So that was
It
pretty
was
cool.
Danny standing behind you going, come on,
Let's go.
I
Jim.
know.
Yep.
Yeah. He was sitting there with a shit-eating grin on his face, going, "Come on, man, a little bit more."
Yep.
So
Now,
that was cool.
you winning that race, I know how much that meant to you because you've always wanted to win it. You raced at New Egypt. You won races in Florida. You were a big advocate for the wingless sprint cars when they started, and you done whatever you had to do to get cars in the field and do what they're doing. Now you get a chance to see them at Bridgeport. You get to see highlights from New Egypt. How do you feel about that? You were one of the pioneers of that class.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really cool idea turned into a concept, turned into reality. And we got a lot of flack for that when it first came on, putting the starters in there and whatnot. But they were a cool, inexpensive way for people to go racing. And I mean, man, when we first started, it was me and little Billy running exhibition races with them.
Right.
And we would build some cars here at the shop and sell them out or give them to people to try. And now there's got to be over 20 of them, and it seems like it's going pretty strong. And guys show up; they put on some good racing, and it's cool to see that. I mean, it's been over 10 years, I think, just about that those things have been on the track. So it's cool to see that going. They do race really well, and it's cool to see that, because like I said, it's just a crate motor, and they fly. They're pretty fast.
Oh yeah, I've seen you fly in more ways than one in one of them cars, Neil. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, your dad's a cool guy. You have the the parts business and all that stuff, and now you're married, and now you got a child. When I knew Neil Williams, we were doing all kind of crazy stuff. So now, how does having a family and having a child, how has that changed Neil Williams?
It's changed me a lot. I've been very fortunate at this part in my life where everything's just kind of came together. I met my wife almost 9 years ago, 9 years ago now, and we've been really blessed and fortunate to have a beautiful, healthy boy, Noah. We just built a house. We're going on 2 years. I built it on the family property, so I'm on the homestead back where I grew up.
Cool.
So it's me, my dad, and my mom on the property, and my brother right down the road. So I mean, it means a lot, man. When I was younger, I didn't know if I'd ever get to this point, and now that I'm here, it's a very humbling feeling, and I'm very grateful for it. So and then being able to go to the races when I can, and on Saturdays we have a really large support system, a lot of fans, a lot of family, and a lot of guys come still help on the car, and it's enjoyable right now.
And let's talk about Sal for a minute. Sal has sponsored so many cars and put so many guys in victory lane, and he's always come back to you, Neil. He's always been a sponsor of yours, Sal, and your dad. And Sal's a good guy. I mean, Sal, how old is Sal? Sal's been around forever.
Dude, Sal is like Benjamin Button. I think he's 86. I think he turned 86 this
Wow.
year. And man, he looks the same way he did to me when I was 5 years old. I've known him my whole life. He's basically been a second grandfather to me. He's always been there for me, mentoring me in work and personal life. He's just always been there for me. I mean, he's been in racing for 60 plus years. He still helps one of his first drivers, Wayne Weaver, which is really cool because Wayne and I have a really good relationship.
Yep.
Um, and Sal's one of them guys that he's just going to do it for as long as he still can. And I find a lot of pride in that. It's hard to explain to guys that are just out looking for rides. When you're young and you're winning sportsman races or whatever, it's not about getting a ride. It's about creating this atmosphere to where everybody gets along, and you're not just a guy that shows up and goes to the races. And with Sal, it's always been that way. It's just kind of been this family aspect, where we want to do good, but we understand that it takes a lot to do good. And when those chips don't fall your way, you just kind of got to roll with it. And he's very understanding with that. So, he's been a pivotal role in a lot of points in my life, and he continues to be. So it's very rewarding for me to go to the races with him and my father and do well.
Neil, I'm going to give you a chance to mention some other sponsors besides Sal and people that are most important to you, not only in your life, but in your racing career. Who do you want to mention?
So it's kind of cool, man. We on the car, we have a lot of people that have been in the sport for a long time. Sal's one of them. The Tuckahoe Turf Farm guys help me out a lot. And they go all the way back with Chick Casabun. Um, so they've been on my car for a couple of years now. And then same thing with Pat and Don Thornton. Those guys, you take the Thorntons, Tuckahoe, and Sal, and you have people that have owned race cars for combined over 100 years. And I'm fortunate enough to have all three of them behind me. So it's cool when they all show up, they all come to the races, they have a good time, and we make it work. And I'm just very fortunate for those guys. Um, we have a lot of local sponsors on the car too. Like Jimmy Gallagher came on board with me this year, and I was really good friends with him and his father. I saw his father every morning in Wawa next to my job site for 3 years, and we would talk every day about racing, having a cup of coffee. So it's special to have somebody like that on the car, and there's guys that like my dad's buddy Terry Shelton. My dad's known him since he was a kid. He's come into my life and been a big help. He helped me a lot building my house, and he helps out on the race car. And without those type of relationships, it's not just about getting sponsorship money. It's about having this friendship and this relationship that keeps everybody wanting to come back. And then like in terms of the people that help on a week to week basis, like I have guys that have been with me for 3 years, and I got guys that have been with me for 17 years, like my entire career. And now that I'm at a different point in my life where I really can't spend that much time in the shop, even though I'm a stone's throw away, those guys carry the brunt of the work. And, those guys like Jimmy King, Justin, Uncle Bob, and Gato, my dad, those guys keep me in really good shape in the shop to where I can come in, do my shocks, do my springs, and scale the car, and that's pretty much it. And we just have a really good system. Like even my buddy Jay, that's been helping for a couple of years. He comes over and like he's our fuel guy. Like everybody has their job. We mesh really well. We have a good system. So it's fun, and it's cool to win because obviously winning is what we go there to do. But it's cool to see all that hard work pay off for the guys. So it's a really good deal, and I encourage people, especially the younger guys that are out there searching for sponsors and stuff, to create those relationships so that way you have them for a long time.
Well, Neil, I appreciate you coming on here,
Mhm.
and I know how much that meant to you Saturday night. We appreciate you being on here. Won't be the last time you're on here. Now you know how to do this thing, and I appreciate you, Neil. Thanks for everything you've done for me throughout the years, and continued success. And congratulations, my man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Keep killing
All
it
right.
with the
All right.
show.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank
Yep. Well, we got to take a pause for the cause here real quick. We got a new sponsor we got to put on here.
Mhm.
Fred got us a new sponsor. It's a powder coating company and a wheel repair company. We're going to hit them real quick. Then we got to get Billy Kleinspin. Then we're going to come back with another driver. You got wheels that's seen better days. Don't replace them. Revive them. That's right. Vibrant powder coating and wheel repair. Bent rims, scuffs, no problem. Vibrant makes them smooth and strong and stunning again. From the street to the strip, they'll make your ride shine like new custom colors, flawless finishes, and durable coatings that turn heads and handle heat. Give them a call today at 1-267-566-6842. They're located at 569 Unionville Avenue, Pendle, PA 19047. That's Vibrant Finish. For all you need in powder coating and wheel repair, they make your ride look sweet. So give them a call. You got wheels that's seen better days. Don't replace them. Revive them. That's right.
All right. Yeah, that's Vibrant Finish down here in Pendle, right around the corner from us pretty much. I've known AJ for years. He's done a lot of my wheel repairs for my auto repair business. And when I had the body shop, and he's going to be doing my wheels, my Nerf bars, and my headers for my race car. And he signed on. He heard about us. He checked us out, and he said, "Oh, Fred, I've known you for a long time. Why don't I just, come on with you? I want to be a part of the Hot Rod Santa." So he's going to bring a car and some samples over for Hot Rod Santa. So anybody that has a race car wants to get their wheels done inexpensively. I mean, he does wonders. He does almost anything.
He's not just wheels, right? He does.
No, he does everything.
all
You
kinds
saw
of
you
stuff,
saw
right?
he was doing some thing.
Manifolds.
Yep. He was sending them to Florida.
Yep.
He does all kinds. He did some brake calipers for me for my stepsister's car, and I mean, it's just phenomenal. No matter what he did a BMW wheel that would normally cost in a black shiny powder coat when you
Mhm.
buy them new about $2,400. So the customer bought one. I sent it over to AJ. He did it for, I don't know, couple $100,
Wow,
250,
that's
300 bucks.
crazy.
And you could not tell the difference. It was beautiful.
It's unheard of.
So,
But that's cool. You
yeah,
know
so
what I mean?
so we're proud to have him as a sponsor
Yeah,
of Wide Open
awesome.
Wednesday. I got his logo on my race car, and we're going to go forward from here. And I'm glad to partner up with AJ.
That's awesome. Now we have another sponsor we got to do. Let's talk about transmissions for a minute. You want to get to victory lane, you can't be in low gear. You got to be in high gear. I'm talking about High Gear Transmissions located in South Jersey. That's right. We specialize in repair, refresh, and troubleshooting your Northeast dirt modified transmissions. That's right, High Gear. They specialize in Burt Generation 1 and 2 transmissions, and they also service Winters transmissions. It's home of the modified number 13P, driven by Anthony Tramontana Jr. They have reasonable pricing, quick turnaround. You can pick your transmission up at New Egypt Speedway or Bridgeport Speedway, and you can find them on Facebook at High Gear Transmissions. Now, these transmissions are serviced by a great tech, Anthony Tramontana Sr. You can give him a call at 609-385-3084. That's right, High Gear Transmissions. You know, the season-ending season, and you're worried about that transmission, you're worried about it getting serviced, why not call High Gear and get it done? They'll take care of your transmission. You won't have to worry about it. When you put it back in the car, you'll put it in gear, you'll go to victory lane, you'll be in high gear, and you'll be a winner with High Gear.
All right. Yeah, there too. I just I went down to Montana today, down at High Gear to pick up my transmission. He had it down there, and it's in South Jersey for sure. I heard some banjos and stuff going on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're supposed to run when you hear banjos. Don't let them catch you.
So, but yeah, it did a great job. Went over, he found a couple things that I didn't see inside the trans when I had it out. He's the specialist, so there you go. Hooked me up with a REM shifter, so now so I don't have to reach between my legs and feel around for it. So,
Yeah, so
everything's right.
that's so he doesn't grab the other shifter, ladies and gentlemen. But
no, he did a great job, great price. More than happy to go down there and pick it up. He has a great setup down there. He's got the car,
yeah,
ATJs
absolutely.
and cars in there.
Yep.
And he's got a great setup for doing the transmissions, Burt ones, Gen 2, Gen 1 and 2.
Yep.
I can't recommend them enough. If you need something done, see High Gear Transmissions.
There you go. That's a good ad for them. And we'll bring this guy in here, the voice of Maple Grove Raceway, Billy Kleinspan. Billy, what's going on, Bill?
Hi, guys. Doing good. How are you
Good,
guys doing?
We're doing what we're doing. We're trying to get it done. How's Dad doing, Bill?
He's doing pretty good for right now. He had a good, successful feeding tube put in yesterday. That operation went pretty smooth. Friday, he's going in for another procedure. They just want to check to make sure everything is okay in his bladder. There is a little bit of a mass, so they are going to double check to make sure that's not cancerous. But his speech and memory are coming back slowly but surely, and we're just taking it one day at a time.
Now, what do we got going on at Maple Grove this weekend? I know my wife's got to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so it's got to be something big. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're a fan of import drag racing, this weekend's the place to be at Maple Grove Raceway. It's our final imported race of the season, the Fall Nationals. We're going to have a great bunch of racing going on this weekend. As you know, that import racing is really big here in the Northeast, especially around the Maple Grove area, with the New York and the New Jersey market being so close to Maple Grove Raceway. If you were here for the event in September, the import in the spring for Import Revival, or if you went here in July for the Pan American Nationals, you know how big of a following we have in import racing. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fast, and we're looking for some incredibly fast times this weekend at Maple Grove.
All right. Well, Bill, go visit Dad. Give him a hug for us. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. And you may see me there either Saturday or Sunday with Nancy.
All right. Definitely looking forward to seeing you, Nick, and maybe we can get a selfie together. How about that?
All right, brother. We can do that.
Yeah, let's break the internet this weekend in a good way.
All right, Billy.
Yep.
Take care of your pop, and we'll talk to you later.
Yep. See you guys. Have a good week.
All right, guys. Yep. All right. Now, Dwayne is on the screen, but his picture's not on the screen. So, Dwayne, if you're listening, your picture isn't up. He's there, but he's not there. So we'll remove him real quick. So, Jen, if you're listening, tell Dwayne to put his camera back on. Now, last week when we got done the show, I got a text from somebody, and he said, "How can I be on Wide Open Wednesday?" I said, "You just done it."
You asked, you're on.
You asked, you're on. So, and I said, "What's your name? What you run? What do you do?" He said, I run Outlaw. I run a 4-cylinder, and I'm 12 years old. I'm like, huh? He said, I'm 12 years old. I said, wow. And he said his name is Dodge Smith, but the hanger is he's 13 today. So he turned 13. So he runs a 4-cylinder. We're going to bring Dodge on here while we wait for Dwayne to get his camera straightened out. Dodge Smith, better known as Mr. Mopar Jr. Well, here you go, kid. This is what you wanted to do. Now we're going to make you famous. How you making out, Dodge?
Good. How about you?
We're living a dream and eating ice cream and moonshine and garage beer. That's the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday here. So
garage beer.
Yep.
Garage beer right there. So tell us what you do. I seen a couple of pictures of you racing a go-kart. Tell us what you do and the tracks that you race out, because you can't come to New Jersey. I wanted you to come to New Jersey. I could get you a 4-cylinder ride, but you got to be 16 years old.
I run go-karts at Weed Sport Cartway, It's pretty much it's the same place as Weed Sport Speedway, just the track's over like on the other side. It's really nice. Probably by far my favorite track.
Okay.
The other track I run for go-karts is Allegheny Memorial Speedway in Wellsville, New York. I like that track. I got a championship and a second place in points there. Lost by 1 point. My first ever year running points. So
I see a lot of trophies behind you there.
yeah,
You got a lot of hardware, so you must be doing something right now. Also, that looks like a Trump sign behind him. Is that a Trump sign behind you?
yep.
See,
All right.
there you go.
You're in.
You're in, brother. You're in. You can come on the show anytime you want. So do you race every weekend, Dodge?
Not like every weekend. Next year I will be with the race car, but
Now
not
is the race car, your parents own the race car and you just drive for them, or is it somebody else's car?
that's my dad's, or like my dad owns it. My mom as well.
Oh, well, there you go. They're the perfect owners. They can't throw you out of it. They can discipline you and send you to your room, but they're not going to throw you out of the ride. Do you got any brothers or sisters that race?
My little brother, he's like, I don't know, 7. He runs at Weed Sport in the go-karts.
Nice.
He's actually
Fred,
third
we're
in
in the wrong
points right
state.
now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, from what I've seen, you go pretty good, and you
Yeah.
got some talent. When you get older, we're going to bring you to New Egypt because we have a 4-cylinder class, but our 4-cylinders don't look like your 4-cylinders. Your 4-cylinders look like they're 5. What's that say on your hat? Tilt your head down so I can read your hat. Cactus Ropes, Texas. So what do you ride bulls on the weekend too?
No, it's just
No.
a hat.
All right. What sponsors do you have that you want to mention, Dodge?
Machuga Contractors, All Season Tire, Beers Tree Service, Chase Construction, Thorpe's Disposal, Sunny Service, my dad, my
Of course,
grandma.
your dad.
Huh?
Of course, your dad. You got to mention your
Yep,
dad
my mom,
and mom.
Mom, yeah.
my grandma, my aunt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where's Dad at now? Is he standing in front of you giving you signals?
No.
No, you're
He's
in your old
watching
bike.
Super Dirt Week.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There you have it. Super Dirt Week, right?
Yeah.
Someday, that's where you're
Yeah.
going to be, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to be racing in Super Dirt Week, right?
Yeah. Right,
That's
thank
cool.
you.
Well,
I'm trying to
I'll
get
be
my
waiting
head
for you down
bonded.
here.
yeah, we'll be waiting for you down here when you get old enough to come down here and race at New Egypt. But you wanted to come on this show. This is what you wanted to do. You always wanted to be on one of these shows. You picked the best one to be on, my friend.
You can do it
And-
again.
Do it again. Send us some clips,
Yeah.
and we'll play some of your clips on our Wide Open Wednesday page. Tell mom and dad they can go to our YouTube page or our Facebook page, and this will be on there. They can rewatch it
Yep.
anytime they want.
Record
And
it. All that stuff.
who's coming
my
behind you,
dad.
Dad? Hey, Dad, you got to be real proud of this guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good. Being like 3 times in that 4-cylinder and won 2 features at new tracks he's never raced at before was pretty cool.
Mhm.
It's a shame he's not older because we could bring him to another new track, get him to come to New Egypt and race in New Jersey with us. But New Jersey sucks. You got to be older and you got to pass a test. And, we have the strictest rules in New Jersey, but we're kind of the safest around. But I've been watching them and seeing the pictures and stuff. And you got to be pretty proud of your boy. He's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, he's definitely moving up pretty quick there, and the talent's there. It's just, we've had some bad luck, which every racer does, but now we got everything pretty much in order for next year, so we're pretty much ready to go for next year. So, and then he might get in my IMCA modified too. I don't know yet. He said I told him if we won 2 races this year, he could run it. So he won.
There you go. Well, if you guys get a chance to come to Motorsports this year, we'll have a booth at Motorsports, the big trade show in Pennsylvania. If you guys come see us at Motorsports. In the meantime, send us some clips. We'll put them on our page.
Yeah.
We'll promote you,
Yeah.
and we'll get you a Wide Open Wednesday sticker to put on your car too.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Dodge, coming on here, buddy.
Yep.
Just keep up the good work and
And
do
happy
what you do.
birthday.
And happy
Thank you.
birthday, buddy. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate
Yep.
you. All right,
All right.
bud. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
All right. Thank you, bud. That's
awesome.
cool.
I know.
That is like so cool. Now, a couple more of our sponsors. Dwayne, get so you're on the camera and I'll bring you right in. I promise. So we're waiting on Dwayne Howard. He's supposed to be on here. In the meantime, we're going to do some more sponsor. Who is all the rage? Sage Chiropractic. That's right. Sage is all the rage in chiropractic care. Dr. Carey and Dr. Mike will take care of you and all your back needs, and they specialize in other things too. Give them a call, 215-497-0700. They have all the equipment, all the stuff you need to get yourself in shape. They're the people that give Fred his adjustment so he can drive his race car on Saturdays at New Egypt Speedway. They are our official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, so go see them. If you have any problems with your back or any other problems you think you're having that are related to your back, you got to go see Sage because they're all the rage in chiropractic care. So see Sage Chiropractic. Their phone number is 215-497-0700. Go see Dr. Carey and go see Dr. Mike. All right, now we'll bring this guy on now that I can see him on the camera, Mr. Dwayne Howard, who is, one of the best in Pennsylvania and won another championship this year. Welcome to the show, Dwayne. Thanks for coming on.
Good evening. How are you guys doing tonight?
Well, we can barely hear you, so if you got more volume where you're sitting at on your phone or your PC, turn up the volume, Dwayne.
Is that better?
Nope.
No. There's another set of hands in there.
That's Jen. Jen's trying to tune him up,
Hey.
get him some sound.
Hey.
Yeah, it sounds like the microphone's not picking up, Jen.
Well, while we're doing that, I want to give a quick shout out to my dad. Tomorrow is his birthday. So I was just out there visiting him. He's the original Fletcher racer. So happy 82nd birthday tomorrow there, Dad.
Yeah, happy 82nd birthday there, Mr. Fletcher, the original America's Mechanic. Jen, are you on the phone? Is he on his phone?
Yes, we're on the phone.
That's crazy. Can you turn the volume up on your phone?
I have it all the way up.
It's definitely not. It's a volume problem. I don't think it's a microphone problem.
Yeah, Mike's picking up. It's just really low.
It's just real low. Go back out and come back in and see if it picks up. You want to try that?
Let's try that.
Yeah, that might be the best thing to
Let's
do.
try that. Damn it.
So we're back.
So we're back.
He'll figure it out.
It's
He'll
me
get
and
back
Fred.
on
He'll
track.
figure it out. He'll
Yeah.
come back to us. And in the meantime, we got some comments.
All right, let's go through it.
Happy birthday to Pop. Mr. Allen, how are you? We are broadcasting on our Wide Open Wednesday page and our YouTube page tonight because Lowdown Entertainment is doing their live broadcast the same time as us. They had a big show lined up. So let me see what Jen's got here now. No.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. Let me resend you the link, Jen. We'll knock you out of here and I'll resend you guys the link to Dwayne's phone. We'll do that. Let's do that. In the meantime, Fred, run your gums.
Yeah. Why don't we throw another?
Commercial?
Yeah, let's throw another
Here we
commercial
can do
while we're
that.
thinking
We'll do
of it.
another. We'll do this person here. Bob Drayton Incorporated has been locally owned and operated since 1955. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service and quality rentals to every client. They have a large selection of rentals and solutions for every project or every event you have. You can count on their experienced team for fast and courteous service each time you call them. And they have a 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated since 1955. That's over 70 years, gang. Licensed and insured, free estimates available, 24-hour service, military and senior discounts, quality products, and an excellent customer service. Check them out, gang. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-859-3629. And they race, that's right, New Egypt Speedway, Bridgeport Speedway. Bob and his son race the 4-cylinder class, and they sponsor the class at New Egypt Speedway. So when it hits the fan, he's your man, and whatever you eat, he's got your seat. They have a 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-521-2014. So whatever you need, give Mr. Bob a call, and he'll help you out. They are official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday right here on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Mr. Bob, he's on the job, and you should be too. He might be good now. Fred wants to talk about this real quick. So, Fred, go ahead.
All right. This is our official fly. It's been updated since we posted that earlier because we have Vibrant Finish now as a sign-on sponsor. On December 6th from 10 to 3, we were going to have our Hot Rod Santa toys for Tots Drive. And you can see the list of sponsors of people that are joining us, helping us out. We're going to have like it's a car show. We're going to have some race cars out there too. A lot of the guys are going to stepping up, bringing their cars. So once the season's over, don't break them yet. Bring them over to Hot Rod Santa and then tear them down. That's what I'm doing with mine. So we'll have our cars out there. We got a lot of show cars lined up for this event. And it's all geared around collecting toys for the Toys for Tots program. Last year we set a record of 2,304 toys. Let's beat that record this year. Always looking to increase. Any toys are fine. No matter what we get is great. But I always like to push the envelope and then see how many toys we can get because there's that many deserving children out there in the area, and it stays mostly local, like Lower Bucks County, Mercer County, Burlington County. There's a big need for it. So come out, bring a new unwrapped toy. We're going to have so much going on. We have the Disciples of Christ Motorcycle Ministries out there with their motorcycle, and they'll be serving hot dogs and holding some prayer vigils or services, and whatever you want to do. We have GT Radio here that you'll see on there. That's my friend Jen, who is the tire representative for Allen Tire. They always step up every year, and you bring a new unwrapped toy, we give you a raffle. You can win a set of 4 tires, GT Radio tires. And the ones, like I said, Vibrant Finish will be there. AJ just came on today, and he's going to be a big help. And also Puss in Boots. That's the tavern and bar around the corner from me and restaurant. Fantastic food. I eat there quite often. It's literally around the corner from me. It's owned by a friend of mine, and the manager is going to bring out the food truck. Fantastic food, burgers, chicken tenders. There's going to be some soup. If he brings his French onion soup, it's to die for. So come on out. There's going to be a lot going on all day, and it's just a whole lot of fun. We get Santa. You get pictures with the hot rods or race cars with Santa. The fire truck from Fairless Hills Fire Company in 31. They always come down with their hook and ladder and their pump trucks, and the kids can play on them and get pictures with them.
Yep.
Until they get a call, and then
then they got to go.
Then they got to go. But we want to stuff my trailer with toys. So come down, bring a toy. It's December 6th from 10 to 3. We're gonna have a live WBCB broadcast. That's the radio station I do my radio show on Thursday. Both of them, America's Mechanic and Need for Speed, and we're going to do a live broadcast with Jim Foxwell, and then Nick and I are going to have a Wide Open Wednesday table set up too. So we're going to probably do this while we're there.
Yep.
So, yep. All right. Well, just keep that in mind. We'll talk about it every week until it happens.
All right. Let's see what we got now. Dwayne.
Yes, I'm here.
It's about time, Dwayne. All right.
Sorry
now we got
about that.
Mr. Howard lined up. Okay. And, Dwayne, I got to tell you, I've been watching you race for a long time. And you've had a lot of milestone wins. You won another championship. How many championships is that you have won at Grandview?
I think it's 7.
7?
Yeah. It's something that we really didn't start out the year expecting. We missed opening night. We had a luck of the draw and just weren't fast enough to make it. And we missed a full night of racing. So, of course, we went into the season thinking we wanted wins. But then as the summer went on, we were knocking, I think we had like 8 or 9 top fives back to back. And we kind of crept at these points more and more and more. And then the last month, we were right there in contention. So to get another championship at Grandview was something special. And just losing that one at Big Diamond was a tough one on us. But to get another Grandview championship with the Rogers family and everybody involved there was kind of nice.
Yeah, you've been a mainstay there and at Diamond, and you've run some of the Diamond jewels of racing at both of them tracks. You've raced for some great owners over the years. I'll ask you this question, and you probably don't really have a favorite, but out of all the cars that you drove between them two tracks, is there any one car or one owner that sticks out in your mind that you would love to drive for again?
I always say every car owner was a little different or a little special. Driving for Norm, we had great years with Norm Hansel. We had awesome years with Glenn Heineman, but my most success probably came in the 2010 to 2015 era with the number 4 car of the BPG Chad Sinnen. So I don't know if any of them really, I can pick one or the other, but I've been so fortunate to have so many good owners over the years. From the time I owned my own car back in the day, I was fortunate to be a driver for an owner for the rest of my career, which is something special to me that people thought I was good enough to drive their cars throughout the years. And, like I said, I don't think there's one car owner that sticks out that I would like to say I would
Right.
drive for them again. I mean, I think they're all came to the table with something a little bit different, something a little bit more that was expected out of me.
Now, I know you're fond of New Egypt. You've done very well at New Egypt. It's just such a damn far drive for you. I always wanted to see you run there on a weekly basis. And of course, like you said, Chad, when you drove for him, and you come up in an era where there was Doug Hoffman and Jeff Stronk and Craig Von Dorn. You guys were the guys that everybody watched, that paid attention to. And now these young kids are coming up like Logan Watt and all the rest of these young guys. And it's kind of crazy to see that these guys, their fathers raced against you guys, and now the kids are racing against you guys, and you guys just keep getting it done. You're like fine wine, man. You get better with age.
Yeah, I hope it continues a little bit as we get finer, but these young kids that are so talented that are coming up through, I mean, there's many of them. It's going to be hard for I'm going to say the big 3 to continue at a level that we are. We had a really good year, not the kind of year we wanted. It wasn't a great year, it was a good year. And being able to finish, but the win total just wasn't there. But in our division, it's so difficult to get to the front anymore like it used to be because this young talent is so good. And yeah, it's something. How long the 3 of us will keep hanging on, it's going to be more difficult with these youngsters.
Now, somebody told me to ask you this question, and you probably know who he is. And he told me to ask you, is it better racing now with a right side bar as opposed to a left side bar? Is the
I'd
racing
take
better?
it. I don't know what they can say about track condition, but for me personally, I'd rather have the left side Panhard bar. I feel you can move around on the racetrack a little bit more. You can move to the middle of the racetrack with the left side and maybe go to a groove where that other car isn't. I think for the 2 tracks that I ran predominantly this year, there was a defined groove. And if you got to that groove first, you were probably going to be ahead of the guy that's trying to search. So I don't think you can search around the racetrack as much as you could with the left side of Panhard bar. It's a shame we don't have rules like back just 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we could go to two Jersey tracks and run the same rule pretty much, and the PA rule. So it's a shame we don't get back to that, but I, it's a decision that the tracks in PA decided to do, and I don't think it hurt the racing. I just think it's becomes more difficult to come from the back.
Do you think, Dwayne, that there should be a roundtable meeting between the guys that support these tracks year in and year out? Should there be a meeting and they should listen to you guys? Because you're the guys that are putting on the show. You race car drivers are the only athletes in our sport that have to pay their way in. All these other athletes get in for free and they get paid. You guys put on the show and you still got to pay to get in. I think that there should be a roundtable meeting. You guys should be able to say your piece, and then there should be a happy medium where, like you said, you could go to Jersey, you could go to PA, you could go to Delaware, and you don't have to change that much. And maybe, you don't have to buy tires at a certain track. You can buy them anywhere.
Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. I think each track, if it's a Jersey track or a PA track, should take their top 20 in points, have a rules meeting at the end of the year, and maybe a Jersey track does want to do something different than a PA, but don't make that decision, in my opinion, without talking to us, the competitor, that
Right.
are spending, going into next year. Yeah, but they're probably not a rule change, but at least we know what's going on. But I think every track should have a rules meeting, discuss it with their people that are racing at each track.
And it should be not just the modified guys, not just the superstars, throughout all the classes that are going to run at your
Right.
track. And
Absolutely.
because you know as well as I know, Dwayne, you got guys that work on your car. You're bringing 10 guys with you, 15 guys with you. That's not counting the people that are coming to watch Dwayne Howard that are sitting in the stands. And, the question was asked, how come there was a $7,000 to win race at Bridgeport and nobody went? I can't answer that. But if the rules were similar, maybe they would have had 35 cars. They had 100 and some sportsman cars at Oswego. I mean, small blocks. How's that happen?
Right,
You're
right.
paying $7,000 at Bridgeport, and they're not getting any cars. We had a big paying race at New Egypt. Nobody shows up. I mean, what happened?
Yeah, I agree. And I think we had a PA track that ran Friday nights that we had our big show. And I think being on the right side kept some of the Jersey cars from coming because they're run left side all year. So I think it's really something that we need to get back to. Make it that we can move around, that if you don't want to be a regular at one particular track, you can pop in somewhere like New Egypt, where I love to go. Maybe you can pop in there a night or two, but to change cars around in the shop anymore is something that
Right.
us as crew members and everybody as a team, we're just not going to do it anymore.
Right. I know there's a lady that's in your corner. Wished you would have got with her a long time ago, and you could have drove for her dad. Her dad fielded some of the best modifieds around, and he took a lot of people to victory. And John was a guy that would give you whatever you needed to win, and he didn't care. He just wanted to win. And I know Jen would have loved to seen you drive a 747.
John was a special person, and I don't think I could ever drive for him, being involved with his daughter. So I don't think that would have been a great situation, honestly. But
Nah, it would have worked.
He always had good equipment, and I went to Victory Lane a lot of times.
Well, what are your plans for the rest of the year? You going to do any big shows? Is there any big shows coming up that you're going to go to, Dwayne?
We have scheduled, we are going to go to the small block only race at Hagerstown. And then I think we're going to try the King of the Can. And them are the two that we have on the schedule for now.
And then next year, going to be doing the same thing, you think?
We'll discuss things after the King of the Can.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on. It took a little bit to get you in here.
Yeah,
but,
sure. Sorry
and,
about
and
that.
I appreciate. I know. I made one guy happy over here in Jersey, Dale. I told Dale that you were going to be on, and you could probably figure out who told me to ask you that question by now. So,
Yes.
But yeah, I appreciate it, Dwayne. You've always been
Yep,
one of my
sure.
favorites. Of course, I've known Jen forever. Basically grew up with Jen. She's a great person, And like you said, her father's a great person. And you are too, Dwayne. Thanks for coming on here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dwayne.
All right. We'll talk to
Yeah.
you later. Thanks,
Yep,
Dwayne.
see you
Thanks,
later.
Jen. All right. We'll
Bye.
see you. Yep.
Yeah, I
Dwayne.
see a comment from Mike Feltenberger. Yes, I did see that picture.
Yes, I did see that picture too, Mike, and I saved it to my phone. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it was every spare minute I get, which isn't many.
Now,
I'm sitting there and I watch watch what Mike posts. And,
yes,
and
he's got a lot of
It's
cool
great.
pictures.
I love
That's
it.
not
I
even,
love it.
he's just touching the tip of it. Matt Roser, Outlaws Friday. Now, Matt, I'm going to ask you this. Somebody said something about USAC. Wingless cars are going to be there too with the Outlaws.
Yeah, I think so.
East Coast USAC cars. We're liable to see Briggs Dan in there.
Maybe.
Matt, is that true? Let me know if that's true. If we're going to have USAC cars and World Outlaw cars Friday at New Egypt. All right, we got a couple more sponsors.
That runs at Friday on Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
we
make
got a
that.
couple more sponsors we got to do.
I'm good for Saturday, but not Friday.
All right, let's see. We did them. We got to do this guy. Up next, we have Fletcher's Garage. That's right, the main sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday. And they are located at 480 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. Their phone number is 215-295-4931. And their motto is, if they can't fix it, it's broke. It's home of America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher, and he also does Need for Speed on WBCB on Thursday mornings. So keep an eye out for Mr. Fletcher, America's mechanic. Also, we have Reliable Consulting, Sales, Training, and Marketing, brought to you by Chris Bennett. His phone number is 215-206-9053. We thank all our sponsors for participating on Wide Open Wednesday. All right, I'm going to play this for Mr. Fletcher's birthday. So happy birthday, Pop. There's America. That's just America. America. Happy birthday, Mr. Fletcher. And happy birthday, God. Cool.
Yeah, I've been looking for it, and my dad worked on the 48 with Bill Gandy before they got the 31, and I can't find pictures out anywhere on there. And I keep messaging Bill because he's still with us too. And
You got to ask Mike. Mike, I don't know.
Mike might have it.
Mike-
They ran pretty much only at Flemington and Windsor, and it was a light blue 48, 1971, 72 time.
You
Before,
listening, Mike Feltenberger?
yes, because they bought the 31 off of Chip Krieger in 72 to run in 73. Now I'm doing this from memory, and I was only 8 or 9 years old then, but I was looking for the 48 because I remember the 48 being on the trailer, Dad constantly wrenching on it
Right.
because he constantly had to fix it every week. And but yeah, I've been looking for that picture just to have. And Dad said he had some, but he couldn't find his box of pictures that he had stashed for me when I was out there a couple weeks ago. So, but Mike, if you ever do come across it, and it should be okay, easier for you to find from Flemington or Windsor. It's a light blue 48, and it looks like a handwritten 48 that my dad did on the side of it. So, but yeah, that was the first car they had, and that meant a lot to me too. Just the memories come back. So
He said he will
Tess,
check his
thank you.
archives.
thank you, Mike. So,
Good deal.
but yeah, it was a lot of fun back then with those guys.
All
Just
right,
even
great.
as I was 8 or 9 years old.
Briggs ain't going to be there because he's in Lawrenceburg, and I believe he's the defending champion of that race. Isn't he there, Raymond? Yeah, I think he's the defending champion of that. All right, so that's confirmed that USAC is coming, right, Matt? USAC wingless, East Coast USAC wingless. All right, we'll bring her all back in here, and then we have one more sponsor that we got to do before we sign off. Earl, what do you
Good
think,
morning.
Earl?
What a great show tonight. You know, it's so neat hearing Neil Williams and, of course, talking about Sal DeBruno with the famous number 0 and Dwayne Howard, great racer. He mentions the big three, of course, Dwayne, Jeff Strunk, and Craig Von Doren there at Grandview and Big Diamond over the years. And it's so neat that, you know, we always talk about the future of our sport, how things are looking so good for the future. Dodge Smith, what a great kid. And
Oh,
has
yeah.
the trophy
Yeah.
back of him, a family deal with his dad there, his younger brother starting to race. They were in good shape, and that's what's so good about the sport right now. We're in a very good era, very good time. Hey, well, I got a
also,
few.
also nice to hear about weed sport. Still,
Yeah.
being- I haven't been there since '79.
Well, the cool thing is I get a text from him, which tells me that we're reaching out to people.
Yes,
And he goes, "What do I got to do to get on the show?" And I said, "You just done it." So, and
That's great.
I'm sure he's going to text me when I'm on my way home. A really neat kid. He's got great parents, and
Yeah, you can
yeah,
see that.
and
Yeah.
he can wheel.
Yeah.
So
Yes, indeed.
it'll be fun to watch him progress like the rest of the youngsters that we have. So, but yeah, it's going to be fun. Now, what's Wall got going on this weekend? Are they
Nothing.
running or no?
No, they're all
Nothing?
done.
You're
Yeah,
all
nothing
done,
this
bro?
weekend. What I'd like to do is right near Wall Stadium, I want to give a shout out here to a very special race car and custom car show taking place this Sunday afternoon. It's at the Patterson Family Greenhouses in Freehold, New Jersey, 636 Adelphia Road, which is only maybe 10 minutes of that from Wall Stadium. And it's put on by the Patterson family. Those of you who went to Wall Stadium for many years remember Larry Patterson, former champion, drove the always beautiful gold number 33. Several of the years it was a Ford Mustang, and his dad, Pat Patterson, also competed at Wall. And every year they have a huge greenhouse, with flowers, the whole deal there in Freehold. And every year at this time, they put on a show, a big car show, to benefit the local military veterans, the veterans programs, especially the programs that benefit the veterans who are having trouble with PTSD, other ailments, coming back from the service. And they go all out for the show. All the money raised goes to the veterans. So that's this Sunday, begins at 10 o'clock in the morning, runs till 3. It's a great place to go. You'll see a lot of racing people there. Beautiful. I tell you, they have a
I may be down there then, because
excellent.
my wife and daughter are going to my niece's baby shower, and I'm going
Okay.
to go hear that. So I'm going to head down to that. You going to be down there?
I won't be able to myself. Our grandson is home from college this coming weekend, so we're taking him out on Sunday. So if I got a chance in the morning, I might stop down early. But
Let me know. Let me know, and I'll see if I can.
But definitely try to make it. It's a great show.
Yeah, I'll be there probably anyway. But
Well,
I'm going nowhere near that baby shower.
Fred's working on getting nifty 50s to supply the green room with food. So Fred's going to go over there.
Nifty 50s opened up the other night over. It's right behind me. So it's been packed ever since. So as soon as it settles down a little bit, we're going to stuff the green room with some burgers, fries, and world famous shakes.
Earl, I'm
Yes.
going to dial you in here. I don't
Okay.
know what you did from the first time you were on, but you look really dark now. Did you turn the lights off in that room?
How's
Turn
that?
the light on. See, turn that light away from you, Earl, because
How's
now
that?
you got a big.
Yeah.
There you go.
That looks
See,
better.
now we can see you.
Okay, there you
You
go.
couldn't see you had a shadow. If you turn it a little more, it'll be even better.
Although maybe you'd spend a
How's
weekend
that?
down in Jamaica.
There you go. That's
There you
perfect,
go.
Earl. That's where you want it.
All
That
right.
way we can see your smiling face and see your Area Auto emblem there. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Okay.
because I'm like, what happened to Earl? Man, he's all dark. He looks like he's sitting in the shadow. So now we're good. But no, yeah, this Friday night, World of Outlaws return to New Egypt Speedway. They haven't been there since 2017. And the East Coast USAC sprint cars, the wingless cars. That ought to be a pretty good show. Somebody had asked me about push trucks, Matt. Somebody called me and asked me. I told them to get a hold of Chris. Do we have push trucks? Are they taking people to do push trucks? You would probably know more about that than I would, Matt. Let me know in the chat here. You got a couple minutes. So, but other than that,
So
everything-
so when are we going to set you up here, Earl, to get you either on here on Wide Open Wednesday? We got an extra chair, or as soon as we set up for the time capsule. I'm
That's
really
so
looking forward to that.
One or both. That sounds good. We're going to have to work on that because I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great to talk about the local racing history. It's a great thing to do, especially in the off season. So it's going to be good.
And if I had lunch with you and Mark a couple of weeks ago, and it was just sitting there listening to you guys go, I'm like, this is going to be fantastic. This time capsule is going to be great. I'm so excited for it because you guys have the stories and you know everybody and a lot of same people that I knew, but I was a whole lot younger. But yeah, it was great having lunch with you guys. I'm looking forward to it again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You know, it was interesting. You're talking about your dad there with Bill Ganley. I remember Bill in a number G11, a coupe. That was probably
before that.
38.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I remember Bill wheeling the Ewing Township cop car around there, and me trying to hide from him. So, but
And
yeah,
Bill is still around. That's great.
yeah, Bill's down in Dover. He lives down in Magnolia, Delaware,
Nice.
outside of Dover, and him and his wife Donna, and I'm friends with Kim, you know, their daughter. She's a little younger than me. We went to school together, but yeah, they're still around. I talked to him. His birthday was last week. I wished him, Uncle Bill, a happy birthday.
You know, there again, he'd be a good guy to have on the time capsule because there was a good weekend racer every Friday at East Windsor, Saturday at Flemington. There faithfully. That's the kind of the drivers that built the foundation. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
I know my dad was always gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Opened up the gas station on Monday. So
yeah. I mean that, and you've seen all these cars sitting out on the trailer at
That
the
was the
gas
thing
station.
too, Nick. That was it. Exactly.
Yeah,
You
my
see it
brother
during
would
the
take
week,
me for a
right?
ride. Hey, we're going to go over here. Why are we doing this? You're going to see. And then we go down 13 and we see the cars out on the trailers. And now the trailers hide the cars and you don't get to see that. But when the vintage cars come, you get to see guys with the open trailers. And that's what Fred said. He said, got to get an open trailer.
I mean, well, my dad was, friends. So there was always cars in Ewing Township. There was like, Bill had his, then Chip Slocum bought the car from them.
Right.
Hung out with them for a little bit. And then Joe Solak grew up with my dad and him were like best friends growing up. So, it was a good time to be a kid playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got to figure not only if you were born in the 60s and then you had the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, not only did you get all the good music, you got all the good race car drivers too. I mean, we were blessed to see all the great race car drivers. And back then they didn't have cookie cutter cars. They made everything. And their ingenuity got them to the front and got them to win races. And, some of these guys still look like they could do it today.
Yeah.
Pulaski and Beavers and
Osmond.
Yeah, they all look good. I mean, God bless them.
Phil Meisner.
Phil Meisner.
He looks like he can hop in a car and go.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. We get them guys on the time capsule. People are going to be like, wow, look at these guys. They look young. And they've taken care of themselves really well. So,
and if I'll bring my dad on here, if you can ever figure out how to get the screen and everything like that, I'll talk to his wife. But all he's got
to do is hit that on his phone and hold the phone in front of him.
Yeah, okay.
He lost his phone off a bumper a long time ago. He said, "I'm not replacing that goddamn thing."
You were talking about Billy Osmond out of Bridgeport last week, as he's done all year. Billy Osmond III. Willie's son, Billy III, drives for Andrea Norsha in the Black Horse Racing number 81 at Bridgeport.
They had a good run.
And Lenny Salmons, the publisher and editor of Every Auto Racing News, we were talking. Lenny was there as well. And he was talking with Billy Osmond Sr., who was there cheering on his grandson.
That's awesome.
So that was really neat. Billy was there, looks as good as ever. And he was cheering on Billy III. So that the generation continues here in local auto racing.
Well, that's Fred's dream guest.
He was my favorite driver. I saw him down there a couple of years ago, and I was like, that's Billy Sr. I should go up and say hi, but I know he wouldn't remember me. He might probably remember my dad. But
my brother John won his first feature at East Windsor in a 99 Mark's car.
Right.
And Billy Osmond won the modified feature that night in a 99 Driving Sonny Dornberger's car.
Oh, yeah.
I have the program of Osmond on the cover and my brother John on the cover when he won his first feature.
Now that's cool, right there.
Pretty neat deal.
If I see Billy Sr. down there again, I am going to go up to him, and because I was still kind of in awe, just like, even like when I was a kid, I'm like, that's Billy Osmond.
Yep.
Great guy,
Billy
too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to do one more sponsor and then we're out of here. Earl, we thank you for your time.
Talk to you in the morning.
Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you in the morning, 9 o'clock to 9:30. It's America's Mechanic with Fred Fletcher. And then from 9:30 to 10, it's Need for Speed with Fred Fletcher and Earl Krause.
Be out there tomorrow morning. Okay.
Thank you, Earl. We'll
Thanks,
talk
Earl.
to you later. Thank you. All right. One more commercial here that we didn't get to.
Let's talk about one of our
proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media, brought to you by
And it's
Craig
spelled
McGill.
right, Nick.
668 Woodburn Road, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Suite 201, the same suite that Wide Open Wednesday is in, and their phone number 609-577-7996. Craig McGill, we call him Magic because he creates the magic behind the Wednesday. Whatever you need, whether it's for social media, your business, anything you need. He's been with CBS, the NFL, he's done it all. He's a master at his trade, and he can definitely get the job done if you need anything done in social media. Why is having a director important? Greg will tell you why, because he does his best work behind the lens. Do you want your message out there to the world? You got to go with Five Peaks Media. That's right. Get a hold of Craig McGill. Come on over and see us. This is why we do what we do, because we have magic. Well,
That's for damn sure. We got
we
magic.
definitely got magic.
Yeah.
He's got all kinds of stuff going on here, but we appreciate everybody that's been with us here in the chat room.
Very good.
Kelly
show.
Fleming, congratulations on your
Congratulations.
second
I
win.
saw that.
And Raymond Rosenberg, thanks for coming on here. Mike Feltenberger, of course. I did see the picture, John. I saved it to my phone. Matt Rozier, as always. Tracy Rocap was in the room with us. Thank you, Tracy, one of our sponsors.
Jersey Devil 121 Racing.
Yep. And we also had Charlie Hode in here, who was waiting for Mr. Dodge to come on. And we appreciate Dodge coming on here with us. He's got an open door policy now. He's a great kid, and we're going to have some fun with him. So, and of course, Earl Krause, as always, Billy Kleinspin. We thank our guests, Neil the Wheel Williams, and of course, Dwayne Howard, and everybody involved here that came on the show with us. We couldn't do it without you guys, without the
Yes, thank
fans.
you.
And don't forget to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get anybody who can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's what makes it tick. And we appreciate everybody being a part of this, and we couldn't do it without our sponsors. And Fred's picking them up as we go along. So things are just rolling along here. Thanks to Fred, we got our computer problem straightened out, and all we do is plug and play here, baby. Next week, we'll have some more guests, and we'll have a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being a part of Wide Open Wednesday. We'd like to thank all our sponsors and everybody involved here. Thanks for stopping in. We hope you enjoy the show.